A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a move that has drawn both concern and skepticism, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko has advanced the date of the upcoming presidential election from August 2025 to January 2025. This decision comes in the wake of the tumultuous events following the last election in 2020, when Lukashenko was declared the victor with an astonishing 80% of the vote, a result widely condemned as fraudulent. The aftermath of that election saw widespread protests, a brutal crackdown on dissent, and thousands of arrests, leading to a climate of fear and repression in the country. By moving the election to the coldest month of the year, Lukashenko appears to be attempting to minimize the likelihood of protests that could threaten his hold on power. Lukashenko, who has been in power for nearly 30 years, is facing a landscape that has drastically changed since the last election. Many of his political opponents are either imprisoned or have fled the country, leaving him with little opposition in the lead-up to the election. As the only leader most Belarusians have ever known, Lukashenko's presence on the ballot is almost a foregone conclusion. Observers expect that he will secure a seventh term, further entrenching his authoritarian rule. The geopolitical context of Belarus also plays a significant role in this election. Nestled between Russia and Ukraine, as well as several NATO member states, Belarus has historically been a pawn in the broader power struggle between East and West. The relationship between Belarus and Russia remains particularly significant, with Moscow providing crucial political and economic support to Lukashenko's regime. As tensions rise in the region, the dynamics of this relationship will be critical in shaping Belarus's future. Belarus's history is marked by its experiences during World War II when it was invaded by Nazi Germany, leading to significant loss of life and destruction. The scars of this history continue to influence the national psyche and the political landscape today. The current state of affairs in Belarus is a stark reminder of the fragility of democracy in post-Soviet states, where authoritarian leaders often resort to extreme measures to maintain their grip on power. As the election date approaches, the international community watches closely. There are concerns that the cold weather may deter protests, but the underlying discontent among the populace remains. Activists and opposition leaders, even those in exile, continue to call for change and urge citizens to stand against the regime. The question remains whether Lukashenko's tactics will succeed in suppressing dissent, or whether a new wave of protest will emerge, regardless of the weather. In summary, the January 2025 election in Belarus is not just a political event, but a critical juncture for the country's future. With Lukashenko's long-standing rule facing unprecedented challenges and the ever-present shadow of Russia looming over the nation, the stakes have never been higher. The world is watching, and the people of Belarus are at a crossroads, caught between the desire for freedom and the oppressive grip of an authoritarian regime. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.